The Armstrong and Cooper football teams have each had strong seasons, going 6-2 in the regular season. A standout from each team will continue their football careers at the highest level together. Thomas Barber and Phillip Howard are featured in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight. They've dazzled on the field as high school standouts, and two Robbinsdale District football stars will be teammates with the Gophers next year.
Touchdown, Phillip Howard!
Cooper quarterback and defensive back number 7, Phillip Howard, is one of the state's fastest players and an elusive double threat on offense. Armstrong's number 44, Thomas Barber, is a physical, hard-hitting linebacker who occasionally doubles as a tough-to-tackle running back. Both teams went 6-2 in the regular season. After a long string of losing teams, it's been a special season for Barber and his Falcons teammates.
Yeah, it is kind of special knowing that we helped push the winning record for the Falcons in a while, and it makes us feel good. I mean, we've been talking about this since we were like 5th, 6th grade, and we're just really looking forward to this.
Cooper's had a better track record in recent seasons, but this was one of the Hawks' best teams too. The wins are great, but Howard will remember his teammates most of all.
These guys like to have fun. They're a hard-working group, like I said, and we just like to have fun with each other. A lot of us hang out together, so I will always remember that, because like past years, most of us, like, we had split groups that we hung out with, but we still all came up together and hung out and stuff like that. But I think we're closer this year.
That they're talented as football players is pretty obvious, but Howard and Barber have meant a lot to their programs in other ways too.
3-sport athlete, then all of a sudden he does track, makes him a 4-sport athlete, and things that he brings to our school in terms of athletic leadership, but then also leadership in the building. You know, he's going to be a kid that's hard to replace on the football field, not just for his athletic ability, but for his leadership. But his leadership has also started the mentoring process of our young quarterbacks, as well as our younger running backs and receivers, and just the things that he brings is you know, unmeasurable.
He's a phenomenal leader for us. He's a hard worker. He's a fun guy out here. You know, he keeps things loose. Thomas has really opened up this year. You know, last year was my first year, and so, you know, he's made it a lot more fun for the guys. And then when you get on the field, I mean, he's all over the place.
Just to clarify, Phillip Howard is not Coach Willie Howard's son, although he's been asked that question often.
I would say at least 30 times, but there's actually no relation in that, surprisingly.
Have you enjoyed playing for him though?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy to play for. He's a mentor, a coach. He's a father figure to most of these guys on the team.
For both Barber and Howard, choosing to stay at home to play for Minnesota seemed a natural fit.
Just the home field, there were all the upperclassmen there, even the seniors that won't even be there next year were really opening to all of us incoming freshmen and the 2016 class, and it made me feel home, and a bunch of new brothers that I have.
I grew up watching Minnesota. Me and my dad, we grew up watching Minnesota play, Minnesota and other colleges, but it was always like, I want to play for Minnesota. Like, that's the school I want to go to coming up as a kid. You know, me and other kids talked about going to college together, doing all those good things. And I'm more of a family guy, so like, you know, I like to stay close to home, stay close to my family, keep them in all the games.
For Thomas Barber, he'll be the 4th in his family to wear the maroon and gold. His dad, Marion, was a great running back in the 70s. Brother Marion III, a star back in the 2000s. And brother Dom, a standout defensive back. All played in the NFL, too.
It's pretty fun. I mean, they give me the ins and outs of everything, but having them around made it an easier choice, realizing where to go and how they felt about it, how they felt about the Gophers and their experiences there, and it really helped.
Cooper got the best of Armstrong early this season when Barber and Howard went head-to-head. They know each other a bit and look forward to teaming up in college.
I know him pretty well. He's a great kid. He's a tough competitor. He's not going to let much pass him, and if he does make a mistake, he's going to make right up for it again.
I know he's a very explosive player, and he is very fast. I know that, and it's going to be fun playing with him.
Pleased with what both of our schools are doing in this district, and you know, I think put on a pretty good show and a good product, and we have good kids, and so you know, it's going to be neat to see two kids from our district going on to the next level.
Barber had 16 tackles in Armstrong's win over Woodbury in the first round of the 6A playoffs. Willie Howard and the Hawks had a bye.